It's Tuesday. Let's spend it together. Honey, I'm trying to do my vlog intro, honey. It's Tuesday. Let's spend it together. We have a big day today, so buckle up, baby. But before that, coffee. Where are my socks? Usually I shower in the morning if I'm not going to the gym, but I'm hopeful that I will go to the gym, so I am staying off the shower. Contacts, baby. Gotta see. Oh my god, my allergies are so bad. Hay fever season. It'll get ya. I'm coming, honey. I'm just putting in my contacts. Always rushing you. We're in, baby. Locked and loaded. Let's go get our coffee. Oh, Jojo. You're giving him more kangaroo? Genie is getting his coffee too. His raw kangaroo, his new diet. It's gonna help his little tummy. Do you mind being in my vlog?
Sure.
So if you follow me on TikTok, you know that Jojo, he's sick. At this stage, he gets whatever he wants. He basically rules the house right now, and that's why he's eating his raw kangaroo for breakfast. So a little bit about me. Why are you even watching this video? Who am I? Who am I not? No. We could be meeting here, me and you, for the first time, so I thought I would give a little background. Who am I? So my name is Jules. It's actually Julia, but online, Jules, my moniker. I am a lawyer still. Technically, she's licensed, but I worked in law for 5 years as a lawyer, and then what happened? Burnout. I got burned out. Why? Well, number one, being a lawyer alone in and of itself, you'll burn out, trust me. Why my burnout was maybe accelerated was because for 2 of those 5 years, I was basically working as a content creator full time. And I know what you're thinking, oh my god, content creators, do they even work? Yeah, unfortunately, there is like some work involved. I know, news to me too. I didn't want to work. I thought I would just be a content creator and not have to work. Goals, but no, there's some work involved. So as I was being a lawyer and being a content creator at the same time, I was working like 2 full-time jobs basically for 2 years. The money was great. Oh my god, double income. That was amazing. But then I burned out hard. So then I'm just giving you my whole life story now over coffee. Why not? We're here. So then, oh my god, Jojo, he's drinking water. Jean. Oh my god, Jeannie. He hasn't been drinking. So to get him, side note, we'll get back to my biography in a minute. Jojo, he's very sick. Like I mean, you saw him, he looks like a little skeleton. It's, you know, not looking the best. And he stopped eating his kibble and then he stopped drinking water, which is, you know, not good signs. So to try to get him to start eating, I had this meeting with this cat nutritionist, okay? I didn't know those existed for cats. They do, apparently. So backing up a tiny bit, his underlying diagnosis is IBD. He's a hot girl like us. He has stomach issues and he was on a steroid. Honestly, this is maybe way more information than you need to know about Jojo, but let's cut to the chase. He was on a medication that really messed him up. He lost a lot of weight and he hasn't been able to gain the weight back, and then he stopped eating and then he stopped drinking, and he poos liquid everywhere around the house. Okay, I'm in a poo house right now. Kind of gross, but it is what it is. So after speaking to the cat nutritionist, Jojo's dietitian, we got him on a raw kangaroo food diet. Little man's loves it. He's eating again, but he wasn't drinking again. But this guy, he's mischievous. If you tell Jojo he can't do something, he wants to do it. So what have I been doing? He knows he's not supposed to go in the sink or on the kitchen counter. When he does, you know, I spray him, but why he goes on there is because he likes to drink out of dishes. So I've just been leaving dishes on the counter in the sink, trying, you know, this is like reverse psychology on Jojo, and it's working. He's drinking because he thinks he's not supposed to. And then a brand, they sent Jojo these flowers, you guys. Excel Gum. Excel Gum loves Jojo. He's purring. Aww. Anyways, enough about Jojo, back to me. Working as a lawyer, we burned out. We did. Burned out, crashed out pretty hard. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take some time off from law and, you know, ride this content creation wave. Backing up even further, so on TikTok, when I started, I was like, well, what is my purpose? What is motivating me to post videos. And when I was a young child, I always thought I was meant to be famous. Swear to God. Am I alone in that? I always felt called to start it. When I was starting my TikTok, I was like, well, why? What is my why? Why am I on here? And it's to be famous. So my whole bit on TikTok is that I'm a famous person. So when I burned out from law, I'm like, you know what? Let's just go full send, famous person on TikTok for a year. Being a TikToker, much more chill than being a lawyer. So I'll just, recover from burnout. So the plan was for me to take a year, ride the fame wave on TikTok, recover from burnout, and then, kind of figure out what's next. And it's been a year and a half. Okay. It has been 18 months and what am I doing with my life? Okay. So we're here and now we are making YouTube videos. And why did I even bring all this up? Well, so my morning routine now looks a lot different than when I started working full-time as a TikToker, because as a TikToker, you make your own schedule, okay? And one thing about me, I loved sitting in my bed. I loved sitting in my bed and looking at my phone. And I loved sleeping, okay? I was in a sleep deficit. Yeah, these eye bags, okay? These are left over from private practice, okay? That is my souvenir, my parting gift from Big Law. Now I have to save up for a blepharoplasty, okay? I always wanted to vlog on YouTube, but I wasn't doing anything because I was so burnt out. I'll give myself some grace, but I was just chilling in the bed, maybe a little bit depressed. And that took about a year, honestly, to get out of. For the first little while of my break from law, I didn't really do much. And I struggled with that because I'm used to working towards a goal. Like in high school, are you my therapist? Might as well. Okay. Therapy time with Jules the lawyer. In high school, I was working towards, going to the university program that I wanted to. When I got into that program, when I was doing that program, I was working towards, studying for the LSAT and then working towards getting into a certain law school. And then when I got into that law school, you are working towards certain grades. And then after that, you're working towards getting a certain job. But then once you get that job, there are all these other milestones like first year associate, senior associate, income partner, equity partner. There was always a goalpost I was moving towards, and that gave my life a sense of direction and purpose even. So when I became a TikToker, I didn't have those defined goalposts. You in a way have to define them for yourself. And in law, to succeed, you have control over many, not all, of the variables necessary for success. Again, not all, but some is within your control. Like if you're preparing for a trial and you want to be successful in trial, there are variables that you can control to facilitate and in some ways ensure that success. In content creation, it is not like that at all. A lot of things are out of your control. So when you are a little bit of a control freak, it can be a difficult transition. So I think in transitioning from law to TikTok, initially I thought it would be a lot easier because I'd be like, oh, I make some videos about lipstick, perfect, ka-ching, paycheck. But no, it was not what I expected. And for that reason, I think I got burnt out a little bit more trying to be a successful TikToker. But then 6 months into my year off, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna, whatever. If this works out, it works out. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I will figure it out. But right now I need to rest. Then at that point, I felt like I could actually recover from burnout because I really, in a way, relinquished control over things, my content creation career. And then after that, I felt like I could, in a way, climb out of that burnout hole. And obviously, I'm very lucky that I was able to, take the time off from law, because if you are a lawyer, you know that it almost seems impossible to take any extended period of time off from law because it is so hard to come back. Now, I feel like why I started this whole rant that maybe should be saved for my therapist is My mornings now look a lot different than 6 months ago even. I was in bed a lot and now I'm, you know, getting up early in the morning. I want to start my day, whereas like before I would just like sit in bed and not want to do anything. So I definitely do feel like I have a new outlook on life, and I think that's because I have actually started to recover from burnout, and that is why now I am starting a YouTube channel. Actually, like pedal to the metal. I know I have a couple videos up already, but they were infrequent and not consistent, so now I'm going to try at least to do this a little bit more consistently. Anyways, this is a lot for 8 a.m. but it's so on today's agenda, what are we gonna do today? Being a content creator is great because you can just have all these little hobbies and then I get to show you guys, and then maybe you'll find these hobbies interesting and want to try the hobbies as well. So I think it's really fun and I feel grateful that I get to do it. So today we are gonna go to the gym. I've been going to the gym, good for the mental health, let me tell you. Gonna go to the gym and then we are going to go. So I was driving yesterday, my husband was driving, and I look out the window on Roncesvalles and there's a new Nepalese Indian buffet. And then I look it up. I was like, oh my god, is this new? How come I haven't seen this? I've traveled this street millions of times. Not millions, hyperbolic. But yeah, it's new. And they have a lunch buffet for $14.99, which in this economy seems like a steal. So we are gonna go to the gym, then we're gonna check out the buffet, and then, God willing, if we have time, we are also gonna hit up the Salvation Army, because as you will find on my page, I may have slight hoarder tendencies and a penchant for a good deal. So when you combine those two things like a church rummage sale, a estate sale, Salvation Army, Goodwill, jackpot. We're gonna go today and check out the Salvation Army if we have time, which is all I have, so we'll probably hit it up. So let's get to it. Today's workout set is this like gingham pattern little number from Lululemon, and then for coverage we have this little wrap. This is my outfit, workout. To get ready for the gym, we still have more steps, so many steps. So I have to get my gym bag, I have to get my gym shoes, I have to get a change of shoes, and then all my stuff to shower. I always shower at the gym because you pay those monthly fees, okay? I gotta make the most of it. They use Grown Alchemist products there. And then I was like, how much shampoo, conditioner, face wash, body lotion do I need to use to completely balance out the fees? Bag is packed, you guys. Let's go. Let's go to the gym. We made it. Just parked at the gym. If you know me, you know I do not like this gym that I go to. I think it is a bit douchey. Where I live, it's kind of like a gym dead zone. There's actually really no good gym option, and this one is right near my husband's work. And before, when I wasn't going to the gyms in the morning, I would just meet him after work and we would work out together. It's convenient and it's fine, but I wouldn't like recommend it to anyone. But let's go work out. Also, we are having a change of plans because I have a little bit of an upset stomach, so I don't know if a buffet is the move today, but I got a new pasta attachment for my KitchenAid. I've been deep into the fresh pasta game, like really deep into it, so I invested in this new attachment. So I thought instead of, you know, the buffet Salvation Army combo, we could make some fresh pasta together, and we will save the buffet and Salvation Army for another day, maybe the next vlog when we're feeling a little bit better. Let's go work out without further ado. Okay guys, success. We worked out. Now what's on the agenda? Right now we're gonna go to the grocery store, my favorite grocery store in the whole city, Fiesta Farms. And why are we going? What do we need to get? Well, I picked up a new pasta attachment for my KitchenAid, an extruder, if you will, is the technical term. And tonight I wanted to extrude some pasta, fresh pasta, of course. And one thing about me, I either do something 0%, like not interested, or 1000%. There's no in between. And right now we are in the 1000% territory with making fresh pasta, okay? Especially before Jojo got sick. Before Jojo got sick, I was making it literally 3 times a week. My husband loved it. I had gotten this attachment before Jojo got sick and I haven't gotten a chance to use it yet. So tonight. We're gonna use it and make some pasta. So let's go to Fiesta Farms. Da-da-know. We've made it to Fiesta Farms, but I don't know if you can hear the rain, but it started just absolutely pouring. So good thing we nixed the Salvation Army buffet plan, because that would have been a lot of walking outside. And then I was like, is what I need at Fiesta Farms that urgent? Can I escape the downpour? But no, because I don't have any flour for the fresh pasta. So maybe we could decide what I'm gonna even make. So I've just been sitting in the car for like 10 minutes and the rain, it has subsided. So we're about to head in to Fiesta Farms. What I'm gonna be making today is a traditional Italiano dish, bucatini. Google it. No, I'll tell you about it. So basically it's like a spaghetti but with a hollow center. When I was in Italy, I loved a good bucatini, and now that love affair is going to continue because we're going to make it. So the dish is called bucatini all'amatriciana. Don't quote me on that. You could probably tell by that I don't speak Italian, but yeah, I have to go in and get some ingredients for that. So let's go shopping. Here, Bertozzi, that's my husband's family food importing company. Kind of cool to see. So they had everything except for guanciale, which I knew they weren't gonna have. A substitute for guanciale is pancetta, which they did have, but I hate doing recipes if the ingredient is available without, you know, the traditional ingredient. At the bakery by my house, they sell pancetta, so I'm just gonna stop in there on the way home. But I was starving, so I got one of these to tie me over because the pasta will take a while. I also got some rapini just to have like a vegetable. Oh my god, a better angle here. Okay, so I was researching about bucatini because when I was in Italy, I really fancied the bucatini, much preferred to her sour sister, the spaghetti. And apparently in 2020, there was actually a bucatini shortage because of COVID. And this really impassioned person wrote an entire blog post about it, and it's quite funny. Let me just, you know, narrate to you some of the snippets from this blog post. So it says, because there was a shortage, we began searching in vain for the bucatini that, in my opinion, not to be dramatic, is the only noodle worth eating. All other dry pastas might as well be firewood. We knew there was a pasta shortage due to the pandemic, but we were still able to find spaghetti, penne, and orecchiette, shapes which, again, insult me even in concept. The missing bucatini felt different. It was specific, frightening. Why bucatini? Why now? Why us? All I know is once it ran out, it stopped being replaced. We've had to compromise and eat spaghetti, fusilli, and rigatoni. It's an added layer of uncertainty during an uncertain time. This article is so New York. It goes on. Still, we pressed forward, pretending things were fine, forcing smiles when we knew deep down all we wanted to do was wring our hands and scream into the dark sky because there was no bucatini. Would it be worth renting a car to drive to a store in New Jersey or possibly Pennsylvania to buy bags of dried pasta? For bucatini, we considered it. Bucatini is spaghetti, but thicker and with a hole in it, meaning it absorbs 200% more sauce than its thinner, hole-free brethren, the spaghetti. When cooked correctly, bucatini bites back. It is a responsive noodle. It is a self-aware noodle. In these times when human social interaction carries with it the possible price of illness, bucatini offers an alternative, a social interaction with a pasta. You guys, the lore with the bucatini, it goes on and on. Well, now I'm excited to make her, so I will see you after I get the guanciale. So beautiful and healthy today. Oh my god, you're so beautiful. You're so cute. Do you want some kangaroo? You want some kangaroo? Jojo's eating his kangaroo now. My whole house smells like kangaroo. So there's that. Let's get cooking, Jean. Okay, we put on a tank top because it's about to get hot. So if you know me, you know that I really do not like tomatoes. So anytime a recipe calls for crushed tomatoes like this recipe does today that we're making, I replace it with a passata. And to offset the sharpness that is present in the passata sauce, I simmer it with a carrot, garlic, and onion for like an hour before I serve it with the pasta. So that's what we're preparing to do right now. So the Italian bakery that I went to, Alimentari, 2 doors over, there's this cooking store. It's called Cookery. If you're in the city and you haven't been and you liked cooking, I would definitely check it out. They have such nice stuff. So after I got the guanciale, I just stopped in quickly because I've been looking for a wood bowl to make Caesar salad in. And they had one there and I was expecting it to be around $100, but it was $229. And I was like, in this economy? So I'm gonna check Facebook Marketplace, but that's gonna be my next like kitchen purchase. So now we're just taking these aromatics to give some flavor to the sauce and offset some of that acidity. We have an onion, we have some garlic cloves, we have a carrot, and we have bay leaves. I would have added celery as well, but I only needed 1 rib of celery, so I didn't want to buy whole stock for that, so we just vetoed it. So here we have the KitchenAid attachment. This is what we're going to be using today to make bucatini. We are going to be using it for the first time. We are also going to be making fresh pasta from semolina flour for the first time. So there's going to be a lot of firsts today. Usually I make egg flour pasta. That's white flour and eggs, whereas today we're going to be using semolina flour and water to make the bucatini. And Jeannie says he's going to have his bucatini with kangaroo ragu. All right, let's read the instructions. Okay, page 1. Pasta press safety. Danger. You can be killed or seriously injured if you don't immediately follow instructions. Killed? This product contains 1 or more chemicals known to the state of California to cause cancer. Are they known to cause cancer in Canada? Don't read the fine print, people. Okay, well, whatever. Using the pasta press. Are we in over our heads here, you guys? Well, enough of that. This is our extruder. Not sure exactly what that is. This is the cleaner. And then they have all the pasta shapes here. This one's bucatini, small macaroni, large macaroni, rigatoni, and fusilli. Our pasta dough is locked and loaded. She is ready, so we just have to let her set for 30 minutes. She needs her beauty rest, and then we will get extruding. This girl is used to hang pasta, so I'm just gonna lay her out because we're gonna have to hang the bucatini. Dough is sticky, too much water, but we're just gonna proceed because I am hungry. So we're gonna take these little dough balls and shove them through the extruder. All right, you guys, moment of truth. Is she gonna extrude? You guys see that beautiful hole there? Looks like an elephant trunk. We did it 8 hours later. This actually tastes so good. David's gonna be home from volleyball. It'll be all worth it. This is epic. This is so good. Bucatini, I see why there's so much lore around her. I cook, David cleans. And that's the vlog, you guys. I'll see you on the next adventure. Jojo says goodnight, everyone.